Hello, everyone.
Hello there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you're audible.
All right.
Yep, we can hear
Thank
you.
you, everyone, for joining this evening to our 2026 Data Analytics course. This program is organized by the BRICS Astronomy Working Group team. And today is our first section, or what I say is our first day of the course. And then we had the morning section this morning, this evening, to account for those who were not able to attend in the morning. We are having Assistant Professor
Al-Shaima.
Al-Shaima Said.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, so she's a professor at Cairo University, Faculty of Science. She works on solar physics and space weather field. And she completed a PhD at the Potsdam University in Germany. And in 2022, she was the winner of the F1 Early Career Postdoc. Yeah, also a winner of the L'Oreal UNESCO 2020 UNESCO Women in Science 2020 prize. So this is actually a very big portfolio. So you're lucky to have in our midst to kickstart this course. This week we are only talking about the introduction to Python, to take you from the basics to the foundations that you need for data analytics. Yeah, so I'm going to leave the floor open because of time to Michelle. Before that, remember, if you have any question, you can use the chat. And this event is also streamed on YouTube. I see a few comments already. Yes, so the morning section was also streamed live on YouTube. So if you follow the YouTube link, I think it was shared in the link, you will also see it live on YouTube. Yeah, again, so what it means is that every recording can be accessed on YouTube. All right, Prof, let me leave it to you to take over.
Thank you very much, Daniel, and thank you for all of you to give me such opportunity to participate with you in such a big data analysis course. Can you hear me, right?
Yes, your voice is clear.
Okay, great. Okay, so I will start to explain a little bit of, I will go through an introduction about what we are doing, and then we will do a little bit of scripts. We will read it, and we'll try to understand a little bit what's going on there. So let me start. So why we wanted to do data analysis at the beginning? We have a lot of data, and this massive data opening opportunity to data scientists. We have catalogs, and these catalog contain a lot of different data. We have a high resolution spectrograph and imaging that we would like to explain and know what's its meaning. And we have maybe a lot of noise through our data. We would like to remove this noise from our data so we can read the data that we have and give it explanation. So we have a lot of data. They are rich, deep, and complex. As you know that I'm working in solar physics and space weather effects. So when you have energetic particles that released by solar flares and coronal mass ejections, they will impact our magnetosphere. These impacts can cause a lot of damage to our satellites and maybe radio interference. this is because of the geomagnetic storm that occurs. Per year, we have 1,800, around 1,860, for example, or 59 geomagnetic storms. We would like to study this data. It's very difficult for me if I will study one by one to know from the beginning if these coronal mass ejections give me these geomagnetic storms and the effects. So maybe I will stay maybe 1 month or more than 1 month trying to reading this data by myself. So I need something to help me to translate this data. I know this number, it's very less if we compare it to something in the astrophysics field. So also, if I have imaging like this, this is from Solar Dynamic Observatory. You can see it. It's from by using different filter. We are going pixel by pixel for the spectra because we know we wanted to see a different features. For example, if I go through this eruption or these loops, you can see it in this part. Maybe it's not clear at this part. So it depends on what you would like to see. So Solar Dynamics Observatory give us massive data. It's around maybe 1.5 terabyte per day. It's a long. It's a massive. So I need something help me to translate it. And if I go outside the solar system, Gaia missions and Robin observation, they also give you a lot of data. So because of this, we are using programming to help us to interpret and understand more and explaining to us this data. So when you are doing programming, it's like a craft. It requires you to do something. I will explain to you something and I will write the script to you. And then if you only run this script, then you didn't do anything. You have to try. You have to do errors and you have to find what's your errors and you have to correct it. You have the debugging the errors that you found. So this is programming, trying to find, trying to practice and try to find more information, not what we only give it to you. Also, you have to try to do but yourself. And this is the challenge that you will face. You will make mistakes and you have to find why you have mistakes in this line and why you have errors in these lines, and you have to find the solutions. So we will use Python. Why Python? It's very simple. It includes a lot of scientific libraries, and it's very powerful, that analysis capabilities it has. I was using at the beginning IDL, and you know now IDL it's not for free, so I stopped using it. And there was a library, it's called SolarSoft. When I wanted to download a specific data from Solar Observatory or another observation, I was using SolarSoft from IDL. And this was when I was in Germany. When I came back to Egypt, I don't have the license, and it's very expensive to me. So I tried to find to learn Python, and I found there is a library that is called SumPy, and it's for free. So it's easy, it's simple, and it's for free. So because of that, we are using Python. That's one reason that I'm using Python. And also you can see here, if you have, you will know something that's called for loop. If you will use for loop, this is the time that it will take. There's a library that's called NumPy. If you use it, of course, you can see that you are reducing the time that you will take to do a specific operations. So it's easy, simple, and it's very powerful tools. So you wanted to have Python. How you can have Python? I will explain now by using my presentation, and later I can show you from the website how you can do. You can first, at the beginning, you have many options. If you would like to have it at your laptop, at your computer desktop, you will go simply and install it from this website. I recommend you to download this version or maybe later version. You can go at this website. Okay, And then something that I do not recommend you to use to install Python from Microsoft Store, because you will see now we are using Jupyter notebooks, and maybe you will face a problem. So don't go through Microsoft Store, go to the website itself and install it. Will be the first step that you can do it. If you would like to have Python in your laptop, you don't have any internet connection and you would like to use it. So then you have to be sure that you have the Python in your desktop. So if you type Python dash versions, this one, and also pip, you will use it later. It's supposed to give you the number of your Python, the version of your Python version that you have it. So this is tell you that you have Python now. After you install it, you have it in your computer. Okay, but we are using, then you have also Anaconda. Anaconda is very powerful distribution, but it's very heavy on my laptop. So I don't use it, actually. I don't use Anaconda because it's very heavy on my laptop. So but also this is one thing if you would like to use it. We have also Visual Studio Code. This is another option. You don't have to install all of these options. You will choose only one option, not all of them. But of course, if you would like to have Visual Studio Code, you have to have Python on your computer. So you go to this website and install it, and then you will find some extension because we are using Jupyter Notebooks. So you need to have this extension. And what's most important, to have Jupyter, of course, because we are using Jupyter Notebooks. And if you like to open it, so you need to have it in the Visual Studio Code. I'm using Visual Studio Code. It's very, how to say, light on my laptop. And then maybe you will need to have a libraries, NumPy, as I said, and these you don't, maybe Scikit-learn, maybe you don't need it, but you have to install also these kind of libraries from your terminal. Okay, maybe it's too complicated to me. I need something simple, and I don't need Python on my laptop. Maybe you will use all of it online. So you can simply go to Jupyter Notebook. I will open it to you now. And it's open source. You can use it. But what's also very important that if you would like to write a text, you can write it. If you would like to run it cell by cell, we will see what I'm meaning when we are using the script. You don't want to run all of your script, your code. You only need to run a specific cell. So Jupyter, it's very good in this area. And also Golab, what we will use, and what we will find in your script, Colab. It's very easy. It's for me, I prefer to use Colab rather than Jupyter Notebooks itself. It's the same. It will give you what you want. If you prefer to use Jupyter Notebooks, it's the same. If you would like to use Colab, it's the same. If you would like to use Anaconda, if you would like to Spider, all of these platform will give you the same. So let me open to you now, for example, Colab. Okay. I think you can see it. Okay, so if you write, for example, Jupyter, to give you, try it in your browser. Notebooks, Jupyter Notebooks. It takes sometimes. Okay, let's try Colab, maybe Colab. Okay, now you can see this is Jupyter Notebooks. You can and this is Colab. It's asking me because I'm using it, so it have a recent files that I open, so I can choose any file that I want. Let's start with this one. Let's start it. This is the first thing. So now we have a Colab. Okay, so how I can have it, I will you got this website at the email, which contains all the scripts that you will have it. And okay, you can go through this. This is the beginning. You can download it, and you will have it the first week on your laptop. So you can use it directly offline if you have a Visual Studio, for example, like me, and or you can upload it. You can upload it. You can, as you can see from these pictures, I will ask you from upload it because I have it on my, I downloaded previously. So I ask them, I ask it to upload it, upload this one. It's the same that I have it here. The same here also, you can have it. You can open this. It will open to you. It's the same, but I will close it because I have a poor network connections now. Anyway, so you can see here you have all of these scripts for the first week. We will try to go through them tonight. So also, if you would like to have Anaconda or anything, just from the website, you can have it on your install it. So at the beginning, you have here the first thing, the first file. And what we, as I said, you have to try and you have to do errors. So here, this is the first command. I think most of it try to, we have typed it one times, but it's hello world, not hello Python. So hello world, and I will run it. I hope it will work. It will not take a long time. This is what I mean by telling you cells. This is cells. If I have another cells here, another code, another script from Jupyter's notebooks, you don't need to run all of it. You only need to run the cell that you want. Okay. So here I'm asking to run only these cells. This one. I don't need to run all of the cells, but it will take a lot of time. So I have here, I open it already in the visual. This is the same. This is the visual studio code that I am using here. This is, okay. It's the same. You can use here or you can use in Book Colab. But because, as I said, I have a poor internet connection, so I will not use it. I will use Visual Studio Code because I have it on my laptop. So imagine if I were write, for example, print Python at the beginning, and I will run it. Okay, it's give you the same. So this would be, oh, and it's error. So sorry, I will not use today Colab. I will go for here. and to do here. Okay, so again, you can go through this website to download all the scripts that we have it, and this website for opening Colab. Okay, also here you can write this one. You can see that it's written. You can write what you want in this one, and it's for you. You can write it. You can find, for example, here I have. I'm supposing to translate this as script to Arabic. So I hope it will open for not. Yes. So this is in Arabic language. I can write it. I can also write the code, of course. And here, this is the code. This is my code that I write it. The same. Print hello Python. I cannot do this in Anaconda. It's very complicated, but I can do it here. So if I will,
can't understand the Arabic language.
sorry,
I can't understand the Arabic language.
Anaconda what?
I say that I can't understand the Arabic language.
You cannot understand what? Sorry.
He said he cannot understand Arabic language.
Yes, I would not. Of course, I would not explain in Arabic. We have actually we're supposed to have different versions of the script. You're supposed to have it in English, and I think I found in Chinese, and we're supposed to have in Arabic for people who speak Arabic. But I will not. I'm not explaining in Arabic. Of course, I just wanted to show you if you have a different language, not English, and you would like to write it, you can write it. It will. It's for you to understand it, not for the code. The code we will go to the cells and run it, but it's not for you. It's not for the code. It's for you. You got it? But of course, I will not explain in Arabic.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you please explain again how to launch Colab, Jupyter from Colab?
Okay, I hope just it will work now. Because as you can see, the website, the internet connection is very poor. Here, you can just try it, Colab. Okay. And because I have opened already these files before, so it's at the recent, I can choose it. If this is the file I want, or you can go at file, upload, because you're supposed to have it at your, if you have it at your laptop, upload file and browser, and you can choose. For example, we are working in week 1. If we are week 2 and you have the data, you got me? That you got it? So
yeah, so we're gonna
and the same for Jupyter. The same for Jupyter. Sorry, I cannot open Jupyter as I said because of the poor connection. But it's the same.
How do I get the files? We download them. We download the files.
Yes, the files only.
How do I download them? From where?
Because also because I am, as I said, I prefer to use now. I have a poor internet connection, so even I ask it to run a very simple. I asked it to run a very simple code, and it didn't work. You can see it gave me an error, and there is nothing. Now it works. See? So, but with Visual Studio Code, you have it already. It's light, and you have it in your laptop, so it will work.
Sorry, I don't think you got me. How do we get those files? How do I get those files? Do I have
from if you use from your email, from the last email? I think you got 1 email. I don't know how many emails did you get, but you got only 1 email from this website. Also, this is also at this, but you have it. I can put it again, but you can have it at the email that you have received with the about the schedule. You find it.
Yeah, you can check the chat. It's in the chat. Someone has posted it in the chat.
Okay. So I think I will go now at the second script. Okay, and at the first script we don't have anything. So we have now the data, and we wanted to read it. To read it, you have at the beginning to identify.
Hello.
Sorry, can
Am I
we
audible?
just, I think I will go through maybe this script, and then we can have time for questions. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's the usual thing. Please do not interrupt again. Put your questions in the chat. Yeah, and we'll try to respond to them. Yeah.
Okay, great. So now you have, if I would like to read the data, I need to identify a name of the variable that you have and its type. And to do it, there are some rules that we have to follow. We need to know it if it's integer, float, string, or list, or something else, or characters, or string. So to do all of it, we have at the beginning to write, for example, here, this is the first cell. If I want to run these cells, if this is what we call cell, and this is also another cell, this is another cell, and I don't need to run all of it, as long as it doesn't depend on the previous cell. This is very, very important. I will show you what I'm meaning. Now here we have star name. This is a variable, and this is the name of the variable. This is the name of the variable, and this is the variable that we have. Okay. So if I'm asking, for example, let me, if I put A here, okay, and then I ask it, I jump to the second cell without running the first cell. So if I asking to print this sign, okay, now this is because it's stored. So maybe let's change it. Let's change the name. So it gave you what was stored previously. Now, if I write the correct name, so, okay, I need. Okay, so what happened? I need to run the first cells, and then because I define the variable, and then I need to print it. Here I'm asking to print on the screen the name of the variable, the value. Maybe it's number. It's not supposed to be always a characters. It could be a numbers, anything, true or false. So you have to identify first and then print it. So as I said, we have rules that we have to follow. The first thing that the variable names must start with a letter or underscore, okay? And you can use at the rest of the variable name, it can be consist of a letters, number, or underscores. It's very case sensitive, which means if I write star name with the small letters SN, it's not the same as a star name SN. This is a capital letter. This is not the same as this one. Okay. So also, when you I write this script and then I give it to you, it's more benefit and more better. It's better if I give the variable something has meaning. If I write star name, it's better rather than SN, because SN is correct, it's not wrong. But if I give it to you, maybe you don't understand what's SN. But if I give it with a star name, it's better for both of us. Maybe later, maybe after 1 month, I wrote this script and then I forgot what's SN. So it's better to use variable's name with something that has a meaning. Also, you cannot avoid using something the function built-in function like print, list, and all of these for true, false. Avoid to use something like this. Let me try to do some error. Okay, so I will do, for example, x equal underscore 1 equal, for example, 2. Okay, and then I will ask it to print it. I suppose at the beginning to run this cell and then this cell. Okay, this is okay. This is not wrong because I began with underscore. So what if I did the opposite? You can see it gave me a red color, which means it's not correct. But let me try this one. If you are using something that would not give you a red color, so it gave you, it's invalid. It's not correct. This is not correct. We cannot start with the number. You have to start with a letter or underscore. Okay. So you have to do errors and to see what will give you a syntactic error. You have to see the error that it gives to you. So or what else that I can see here? As I said, you cannot run this cell before these cells because these depend on this cell. For example, if I write print x, and here I write x equal 0.2, and I didn't run this one. Okay, I will run this one, the second one. Maybe x is something that I ran it previously. Okay, let me show xa. And I will. It doesn't know what's xa. Xa is not defined. It's not defined because I have to run the first cell at the beginning. Okay, it works, and now it gave me 0.2. So you have to be careful. It's good that you can work cell by cell. So you will find out if you have an error, you will find it easy, but also it's very sensitive to know if the next cell depend or not on the previous cells. Okay, so now we have data type. If I will ask you how old are you, you will not tell me I am 22.5 years old. You will give me an integer number. So it's a whole numbers. 1, -4, positive and negative. It's a whole number. It's an integer. Okay. So it's not a part of a fraction. It's something like this. But if I will put, for example, we have a right ascension, and this is declination, and you can see this is, you have decimal 219.90020. So this is a float. This is a different type. And you have here a string. A string is character, something that you would like to write it. The name of the stars, maybe the type of the star, its speed, the magnitude, something like this. So you need something with a character. So you will use it, and you will use the practice. What's the name? This double quotes. Okay. So if I will use only one, let's see if it'll work or not. You have always to try. And then I will ask you to print it. Okay, it works. So you have also to try. Then if I have only one single here and a double here, it will not work. Okay, so it's supposed to be the same. You can also have a triple or a multiply, but this is supposed to be the same at the beginning. What you put at the beginning should be the same, must be the same as at the end. Okay. So Booleans give you if it's true, something true or not. For example, if I want to, if it's a galaxy, is galaxy, it's true. If not galaxy, it's false. And you need something to know to be sure about your variable if values or calculation. If you wanted to know if true or false, this is we will use it. Now you have, for example, here I have here two variables, right? Ascension and declination, and I need to put it in the same variable. Okay, so here we will use list. As you can see here, this will be the first and the second. You can also write something. It doesn't mean that you have only to have two numbers. You can have a multiply numbers. Okay, so if one. So what I did, I want to know here, I am asking to give me what's not the first, the second place on this list. Why? Because in Python and list is calling this is 0 and then we have 1. For example, if I write 0, can you see? This is the number, okay? And if I write, for example, 3.12, okay, and then 2, see? So be careful when want to know the value at a specific place. If this is 0 and this is the first, this is 1 and this is 2 and blah blah blah. So this is very important. This is not the first, this is not 1, this is 0. Okay, this is how it will counting. We will see now if I asking them to give for example a different numbers from 1 to 100, we will find it's 109 or 108. You will see how it will count it. It will not count it from 1, as you see, as you know, you will have 0 at its place. Okay, maybe you have a star, and this star can have its magnitude, its type, its coordinated, its name. So you wanted to put it in a list. So here, thus we will use a dictionary. As you can see, I told it name, and I give it the value, and the variable be magnitude, and it's 0.4, and its type a star, it's not a planet, and its coordinate. So if I ask to print it, you can see its name, the variable, the name and the magnitude, type and coordinate. So now you can see here something that in the string, this one, I wanted to write the print hello world, but I needed to be in a different line. So to insert a new line, you will use this dash n to be, as you can see, hello world. This is a Python script. For example, let me try. This is our first session. You can see this is me and it gives me another. So if I will delete it, it will be at the same line. So if you would like to write something and you need it to be in a different lines, so this is what we will use. Okay, this is what we call the escape characters. I'm not using a lot. You can go through it. Also, you see here, if I have only a one or a doubles or a single, if, for example, let me see, if we have here a double also, it's to give me an error. So here this one will not be a wrong, but this one, because it works, it will read what it's between here. This is what it will read it. So imagine that I am using a normal Python, okay, or this notebooks. As you can see here, for example, we typed dash, and you can see representing whether a data set is a galaxy or not. Okay, so this one will not be reading by the code, but you can read it. For example, you did something, you change the value of the variables, and because it was not correct, so maybe I will write it, this was not correct, 0.2 was not correct, correct it. So this is for you, for your colleagues later to understand more, because also we always forget what we did. Something, I have an error and then I fix it. If I didn't write it, I will forget what was the error and what happened. So comment is very useful for you and also for your colleagues if they will use your code later. So you can see if I will write print, it's a lot of character are written here, but if I will, only the value of the variable will be printed, not all of these. All of these is comment for you, for us to read what we wanted. This is a comment. Okay, so we have here operators, and you have addition, and I'm very sure that you have gone through it previously. So addition, subtraction, this is for multiplication, division, and this is floor division, and this modules and exponent. So here you can see I define the distance of from the sun to the earth is 1. Okay, as you can hear, I wrote it's written a comment. It's written distance in astronomical units. So this is very useful to me to know the astronomical units. And distance from Mars, it's 1.52. Distance to Jupiter, and you can see. So, and here it's the total distance from sun. This one, what will be addition operation will be done through it. Distance, this one, 1, and from Jupiter, okay, you can see it will be 6.2, right? For example, if I change it, I don't want it's for example 4. See, this is what happened. It gave you also by written F letter, you're asking to write these characters, and also you have here a variable. This is variable is the total distance. What's the total distance? Total distance is these equations. So it will write it. If you have, for example, here, like 10 numbers or 1,000 numbers, and you don't have to write the first column plus the second column, the first column plus the second column, but you give it like equation, and this will be printed. So you don't need to write it all the time. So I put it here as a variable, and this is, so if I change this one, for example, the total distance from Mars. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, it gave all the distance. Anyway, okay. So let's see. See, Oh, no, okay. It only gave me from Earth, Sun, and also from Mars to Sun. Okay, imagine if I put this one here. Okay. What I want to try, something different. X equal, not X. We should always ux equal 5, and then Rx equal 4.2, Zx equal ux, okay, and then I will ask it to print it. Okay, thank you. It gave me give me options so I can use it. Okay, so if I would like to do integration to integer to float, it works. Okay, you have to try. You have always to try to know if it works or not. So here you have a different kind of operation. I will not go through it in details because we still have a lot of files to go through it. This is subtraction and multiplication and division. I would just wanted to try something. As you know, something they should, if you have many operand here, which one will be the first? If you have addition and multiplication, which one will be the first? Anyone knows? If I will have, for example, let's write it.
Multiplication.
Sorry? What did you say again?
Multiplication. Ma'am.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is right. But if I didn't know the answer, what I should do? I have to try. X c equal. I'm using a different type of variables because maybe I added and it's stored. So yc equal, or maybe it's written xc equal 2 plus 2 multiply. I don't know it. The multiplication signs. Okay, what we should write for? Okay, so print, yes. Okay, what it did, it gave this the multiplication first, and then it do addition. So if I have bracket here, no, now it's different. See it, because you have the practice here, it will give the opportunity to the practice and then to the multiplication. Okay, so you have to try. So this is also all of it. It's just stop it. Go very fast. So it's another example. So here it's equal, this sign. Okay, this is the logical operators. It's different, and yes, comparison operators. If I'm asking if the temperature of sun is the same as the Earth, or if I wanted to know if you have a different type of stars and you would like to sort it, and you wanted to do the stars which have the same temperature together, and that does not have the same temperature to be in a different files, for example. So here you can see here, this is what equal, this is equal. This is mean if equal or not. It will check if the two values are equal or not. So this is the variable is sun 5080 Kelvin or not. So this is the variable and I'm asking if it's this or not. And then I'm asking to print if this variable, and he tell me no, it's false, because the sun is 5,770. So if I put it, now it's true, because yes, it's true. So this is for comparison. You would like to know if it's not equal, is greater, is less, or greater than or equal, or less than or equal. Okay, so you can go through it. And now we have the logical. It goes for sometimes it goes very slow, and sometimes it goes very fast. So we have now the logical, and if both are true, it would be true. Or if true, at least one of them are true, then it will be true. Not, which means it will be false if the statement is true. So what does that mean? Here you can see here the variable plant has liquid water, true. Plant is rocky, true. Plant is gas giant, false. Okay, now here he used and, so it's potentially habitated, we can live in it or not, if it's rocky and has liquid, right? So plant is rocky, it's true. Okay, and plant has liquid water, it's true. So of course both of them will be true. Okay, so imagine if I change this one to false. It's false because one of them is false, right? This is true. Yes, there is a water in this planet, but it's not rocky. So it's false. The answer will be false. Okay. So just we'll go very fast here. So you can go through these also cells, try it. And you don't, as you can see, I'm trying. I don't only run the cells. No, you have to change in the cell and try to know, maybe you will have an error, try to find what's the error that you have it. Okay. It's the same here, same operation. The value, the right side to left operand. Okay. Let's see. Here you have the number of plants is 8. Okay. This is just a print, and star in a cluster, it's 5, and then here plus. So plus equal, as you can add a right operand to the left operand and assign it to the left. So which means that it will go x equal x plus 1. So this is what we will do it in here, in this one. So if I try, for example, here you can write the total number, because here we have 5 and then 2. So you can see here. So you can see here you have, it's 7. Okay. So if I make it minus, let's try, you can see it's minus, it's to this operation, to this one. So you have always to try to know what will happen. Let's see here. You see? So you have to try and to know what's the, what will be the result. I think I can take questions now. I finished this script and then I can go through the other scripts very fast. Okay. Are there any questions? Let me see at the chat. I have 100. It is the view of Colab. Yes, this is the view. I think, I don't know. This was his question. Yes, this is the view of Colab. No, he is telling. Is there I don't know if is there attendance? I don't know. you will calculate the attendance or not? I think. Daniel, do you know the answer, Daniel? I think you have to submit the assignment first. Before the next sessions, you have to submit your session. You have to submit your homework or assignment that you have it. How to connect Jupyter to online, what I should install. I think someone, but because if I want to also connect it online. Yes, yes. This is something I did. Colab, you can use a Google Drive because Google Colab, it's the same platform from Google. So you can you have to put it both of them in the same folder on the same path. So you can put the data that you have in your driver, and if you didn't want it to put it on your computer, you can put it in your driver, but in the same folder. So you will have the same path, and you have to allow to have access to your to Colab to go to your driver. Is it clear? Yeah. It looks that someone answered most of the questions. So is there any questions?
Yes, I have a question, please.
Okay, great. Someone asked me something. Okay. Yes.
May I go ahead?
Yes, yes. Go. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. This session is very amazing because you are taking us through the introduction to Python. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
So I have one question related to dictionaries.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get it well. If it's possible to talk a little about it again so that I can just catch up on it, it will be helpful to me. Thank you.
Okay. So let me go through the dictionary. For example, you have a list and you want it to be in sorry. For example, you have a different variables for the same stars or a different features for the same stars, and you wanted to put it all on the same variable. So if I'm telling the code to print it or to do any operation, this operation to be done through all of these features. Or for example, no, I need only to write all the name of these stars. So you can see here I wrote its name, and I can add something different. For example, this is, as I said, for a list, for a numbers, I can put it 3 or 4, but here because we have a coordinate, so we have only right ascension and the declaration, so it's only 2 numbers. If, for example, I add 202 point anything, and then I ask it, you can notice here it's only 2 numbers. Now you have 3 numbers. Okay, maybe you have another features. For example, the temperature. So I will write temperature. It knows that temperature in Kelvin. Anyway, so it gave me something. Okay, I will take it, and then I will run the cell. And now I have add a temperature. I have another feature to this variable that I have it. So this is what dictionary is it. It's a collection of key value. I can write what I wanted here and all of it for these stars. For example, star 1. If I wrote this is a star 1, No, let me here also write *1. Yes, it's supposed to be *1. So if I have, for example, another stars, *2, *2, and let's write another name. Jose, thank you. Okay, magnitude maybe 2. Okay, and it's still a star, and that's the declination. Anyway, temperature. You can see here I have 2 stars, and this is star, this is its features, its key value, and this is a different star, and this is its feature. So I hope this gives you more information about what dictionary is it. Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so you can write any feature that or a key value that you would like to put it in it. So if you don't have any other questions, I think I will go through the chat very fast.
Good evening, ma'am. I have a question related to this topic.
Yes, Nadina?
Uh,
Nadania?
I am
Yes.
Nandini.
Nandini. Okay,
Nandini.
okay. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, like if I want to print it in the form of a table, how to do it?
This is a different. Okay, so step by step. Okay. Yes, of course, you can put it in a file, you can put it in a table, and you can read from an Excel files, of course, but this is later. Okay, step by step.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Also,
Yes,
in that last one, you have written about star number is equals to 5, number of stars, about that. What if we interchange the both the lines of plus equal to and 5?
Okay. As I said, you have always to try. This is coding. This is what we meaning by coding and writing a script. You have to write it and find do you mean this one or something above?
Yes, ma'am, that one.
Okay, so this if you mean if it's 5, right? If this is 5, okay, right? This is
Yes, ma'am.
okay. What do you think will be the answer? Does anyone can give me what will be the answer? And guess, you guess. This is this
The
one
answer will be
vision. Yes?
the answer will be 1.
Will be 1. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know the answer, so let me see. Yes, it's 1. Good. Because it will make the division of this value of this value. Okay, and if it's, for example, if it's 10, let's see, you see, it will be 10 over 5. And if it's plus, let's see, it's 10 plus 5. You see it? So you have always to try. You have the script and you have to try. You have to find out what will be the answer. This is coding, it is. So anyone have another question? I can have another one question, and then because we have still a lot of is coding on a terminal anyway worse than on notebook or Jupyter? Yeah.
Is Google Colab enough for any kind of coding? Can we use the Google Colab for any kind of Google coding works?
Google Maps?
Yeah, can we use it, the Google Colab, for any kind of works that is related with coding.
Yes, but I think as I said, if you will use it online, what the data that you wanted to have it's supposed to be in the same folder. Okay, if you want to plot something or to use map of something, this is supposed to be in the same. You have to put it in your driver. Google, you have to have at the beginning a Gmail, and because you will put it, you have a driver, and you put all the data in the same folder, and then he will ask you to give an access to the driver so it can see. So you don't have to put it on your laptop. Okay, so this is the case if you would like to only to use Colab online. But you can see when I use it, because I have a poor internet connection, it didn't work with me. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. Okay, did I answer your question?
Sure, thank you.
Okay, great. So someone is
Sorry.
asking by terminal, if we will use terminal. You can use terminal if you just a normal Python, okay? But with this script, I think it will not be readable by the terminal. So it's you can have the terminal if you would like to install some libraries, something like this. So this is what I'm using terminal, but it's better if you would use Colab or another any other platform. Okay. So let me go through the other script, and then at the end we can have another questions. So and save. Okay. So you have here a data structure. Someone asking me about dictionaries. Okay, so if this is what you will have it. For example, you will have a file, and in the file you will have the first column, the name of the source, for example. And in the second columns, you will have temperature, its mass, spectral type, anything. So you have a list. You have a different, for the same star, you have a different keys. So this is, you have tuples, and it gives you source coordinate, for example, like this one. Okay, so what is very important here, that you can, this is element cannot be changed. If I ask, for example, not source name, source coordinate. Okay. Let me check. Okay, so he was giving me another you can see he's giving me another options, but I wanted to use this one to know, because I wanted to do an error. Okay, so if I wanted to know what's in the first place and in the second place, as I said, so we will use a square bracket, and it will give you, it's in the number 1, because again we said this is 0 and this is will be 1. If I add, for example, this one again, this number again, and go asking to give me the second, so you see, and if I tell 0, so this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2. So this kind of list you cannot be changed. So if you have something and you didn't want it to be changed through your script, so this is how you will use it. Okay, by using this practice. But if if I want to know now that here he said that in the right ascension, I would like to define what's in the first column, for example, and what is the second columns. So if this is 0, as we said, this is the first one, it's the right ascension. I give and identify the name of the variable, and here 1. Okay, we don't have 3 here. And then I'm asking to print, it's the right ascension. This is the value of the right ascension and the declination. And then I wanted to know, we have this number, and I wanted to know its place. What's its place? So if I run it, it gives me 0, which means in the first. This one, this number is the first. Okay, so this is the another method, index and count, that you can know more in your list, in your tupes. Okay, so if you have a list, so it's very we have to differentiate between tuples and list. List is different. List, for example, is square bracket. Okay, and you can have a double of numbers in the same cells, and you can change it. You can add something and you can delete something. For example, here, this is abandoned. You can see here, I'm asking here, when I put this operator, I ask it to add these 2 numbers in the list here. If you can count how many places do we have it? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so, and now I'm asking to add another coordinate to the list. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one was added to our list. This we cannot do it here. Tupeless cannot be changed. For example, if I take the same example, the same operator, and then asking nothing but start here, source, not index. For example, minus 22. See, it's invalid. This is not working here. Okay, tube object has no attribute abandoned. This is not correct. You cannot change this kind of list that you have it. This cannot be changed. If you would like something to be changed, then you will put it in a square practice. And this is a lot of attributed that you can use it. This is to add something. And if you have, but this will be only if you have only one numbers or one place that you would like to be insert. But if you have a multiply, and for example 2 or 3 or 4, this you will use extend. Okay, here you can see here he add 2. You can write something different, and if you count it, you'll find that it's increased. Okay, so if you would like to add it at the index to change something, at the index 5, you will count it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 5, then this one will be replaced. Okay, so you can find also here we have here reverse. it will reverse the list. And here, if you would like to a copy of the list that you have it, so you can go through all of these attributed to check what will give you, what will be the answer. So here, for example, remove X, remove something. Here, for example, if I said remove 2, so something will be removed from the list that you have it. This you can do it in this list, but you cannot do it in the above list. So you have to be careful when you write it. So if you have a name of stars, this was list, it was numbers. So I have a list of stars, I have a character, I have a string. So you can see now I have a set. I have a different type, a different name of stars. We have series. I can add something else. What else? Oh, okay, let's write sun. Sun. Okay. So you can have, for example, planet's name equal. Okay, it gave me a list of the planets. Anyway. Yes, okay. So it gives to me. And I'm telling them to print plants. Okay. So let me see. I did something wrong. Do you know what did I did? What's the error? Why I have here an error? Does anyone know what the error that I did?
Capital P.
Yes, exactly, correct.
Capital P.
Yes, yeah. As I said, it's it's case sensitive. It's you have to be careful about if it's capital or not. If it's capital, it should be, both of them should be capital. If it's small, you have both of them to be capital. So here also you can add in this list. If you would like to add something, you will use add. It's something different. I cannot use abundant as previously. Previously was for numbers, and this is for a string. So you have to be careful about the attributed that you will be using. Okay, so here I'm asking it to add another stars. So you can see it added. Okay, this is what that you think that it's was added. And if I have 2 or 3 stars name, we will use update. For example, here I will write sun, but we already have sun add previously anyway. It's already there. Okay, so now it adds these 2 stars or variables. This is 3, sorry, this is 3 to the list that from the beginning. What if I would like to remove? We will use remove. I don't want to have sun from the list. Okay, you don't have the sun anymore in the list. Okay, so you can go through the rest of it. Update. Here, someone was asking me about the dictionary. You can see here, if I'm asking about this, its distance and its unknown. This is 2 variable. This is we have here in this start attributed, we have name, we have magnitude, p magnitude, we have type, and we have coordinate. So I'm asking, does, for example, get what's the value of distance and what this one? Output will be unknown. So we don't have here the distance here. Okay, so what if we have here, I'm asking what the keys that I have, its name, its type, its coordinated. If I add temperature, let me add temperatures here. Okay, I have to run it at the beginning, otherwise it would not be read it here. And then I will ask it to give. As you can see, we have name, magnitude, type, and coordinate. If I write it, yes, now we have the temperatures. So now I know, for example, I have the first column, I have the name of the star, the P magnitude, the type, the coordinate, and the temperatures. For example, maybe I forgot what was the title of each columns. So by using keys, it will give me what's the name of the columns that I have it. And the value, for example, give me the value of all of these keys. This is the key, this is the name of the keys or the values that we have at the variable that we have it, and this is its values. Okay, now I have to run it again to give you the temperatures, because here you can see you don't have the temperatures because I didn't run it previously. And you see now it added the temperature. So the value of the temperatures, this is the value of this key. Okay, so still have a lot. You can remove something and you can add. And this is the exercise that you have to do it. Okay, this is and save. Okay, you can see here you have a different type of different names. You have of stars. You have the strings. Okay, and you wanted to know how it will what attributed that we can use it and how we print it. So here you have object name, the star name, for example. Object name is Beta Gauss, and its catalog numbers. And here I write print object name. What's the object name? What's the catalog? It's very easy. So I have to run it. Okay, it's run. Let's go. Okay. And this is when you need to add something variable if you have a different value at the specific columns. So you cannot write object name, catalog entry. You need to have like all the value to be written. So here you will see this is constellation and this is the description. But if you can see here, I add plus object name to it. So object name was Betelgeuse. Orion is home to the star. You can see the stars. If I print only description, let me print. No, I want to print description only. Description only. Oh, okay. It's asking me to use the environment. Okay. Sorry, it will just at the beginning it takes some time, but then because this is the script runtime. This is Colab. Sorry guys, it just because this is the first time I'm using this script, so it just at the beginning takes times, but then it will work. As you can see, the answer will be this day. So this is description. the answer is supposed to be is home to the star Betelgeuse and other bright stars. Okay, so here we'll go through this one. We'll take this object name. Okay, now I wanted to write let's see. Sorry, anyway, so let me go through it very fast. So I think you can guess what will be the answer until it works. So here you are asking to print the constellation. What's the constellation? This one, Orion, and this one, space, and the description, which is home to the stars. Okay. So here, this one. Okay, so the star, this is the same. If I'm add plus, this is object name. You can add F letter and then you can open the stars object name. This one, the star, it goes as a part of the Orion constellation. Okay, this is the name Orion constellations, and then I'm telling them to print it. So here, for example, if you have for space in your text or in the column or something that you would like to remove, so we will use strip. Okay, sorry, I cannot run it because if I did, it will not work. I don't know why, but it's doesn't want to connect with its environment. Anyway, maybe later I can check these errors. So this is a different type or a different way to display the string and how to write it. Okay, for example, here you have, for example, if this is the Milky Way, is a spiral galaxy. Okay, Andromeda galaxy is also a spiral galaxy. Okay, now you have a spiral word 2 times, and I wanted to know how many times you have spiral in your text. So you can use text data, the variable, and then you will add the attribute count. So you can see it's 2. For example, if I add here another spiral word, so it will give me here 3. Okay, I think it's clear. The same here, you have a numbers and you would like to write it in your text. You can add it like this one here, the right ascension and the declination. Okay. So I think I would like to go through function first. I don't know how much, because maybe I have I will open. We don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to go through loops, yes, and functions first. Yes, okay. So here I have 4 loops. You are repeating something. You have a numbers and or something that you would like to be repeated. So you wanted you do an operations, for example, multiplication, and you want this operation to be done through all the cells that you have in your columns, not only in the first cell. No, maybe you have, I don't know, maybe 1,000 cells, for example, rows, and you would like the script, the code to go through all of it. So this is how, instead to write print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, you can use for loops. Here, you can see here, it's for I define I in range. This is the range from 0, 1, -1. So it will go descending, ascending. The descending is for dinosaurs, right? Okay, descending, okay. Descending, will go descending from 10 to 1, and then last off. This is what we it's written here. So instead to write print 1, print 2, print 3, or print 10, print 9, print, you can use for loop. Okay, let me try. I'm afraid to try, and then it will give me an errors. Oh, let me see. No, not this one. I don't think it will work with this one. No, this is not. This is old version. This is the version that is supposed to work. As you can see, it's connecting to the Python. So sorry, guys, for this. Anyway. But I think we went through the most important part. Anyway, so if you try it, text that we have here the answers here. Okay, so if I will go -2, so you will have 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay, so this is what we will see it here, because I wrote top. If I wrote from 0 to 1, it will be, and this is if I didn't give any number, it will go step by step, 10, 1, 2, 3. So it's clear that we start from 0, not from 1. It's important. Okay, just to try to write 1 here. Anyway, just to try to write 1 here and to see what will be the answer. If you write 1 here, what the answer will be. Okay, so range is very important functions that we use it, because we wanted to go through this range. Maybe it could be 100. It depends on the numbers of the rows or columns that you wanted you have it in your data file. Okay, so now we have this one again. This is for I. We have here, it's 2 different uses of range. You have I and J. This is I is from 10. So you can see it started from 0. So 0, 1 to 9, because I tell them it's 10 places. So 10 places will be from 10 to 9. Okay, but if I wrote like here 1 from 2, now I identify, I tell it from 2 to 6. Now it's different. It's count 2, 3, 4, 5, but not 6. Okay, because here, and then anyway, this is K. This is K from 0 to 11 and 2 steps. Okay, I think you cannot see the answer. So what will be the last number? Does anyone can tell me what will be the last number?
10.
10. Okay. Is there any other person that gave me a different opinion or a different value? Okay.
The value is clear.
Is what?
The last number will be 10, because we have steps in 2.
Yeah,
2 and
yeah.
2 is an easy number. So
Exactly, but what was the first number? You can see it. The first number was 0. Okay, it's not. It
yes,
was
the
not
first.
from 0. Yes.
Yes, the first number is 0, and the second one will be 2,
Yes.
and then 4,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10.
Yes, exactly. Correct. Yes, this is correct. So the last number will be 10. Okay? So now it's have okay, 4 loops, but this is one, it's at different type, because here you have use 4 days range from 0, okay, orbital period, which is 365 days, and this is will be through 30 days. So as you can see, 0, 30, and then 60, and then 90. I don't need to write print day 0, blah, 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 print day 30, blah, blah, blah. No, it's for this, we are using 4 loop. It saves our times, actually. Okay, and we have while loops also, but this is while loop. It looks like we are repeating something as long as this condition is true. Okay, this is like if condition, if statement. Sorry. So while countdown is greater than 0 printed. Okay, so we have here countdown, it's what? It's 10. So it will go through 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, blah, blah, 1. Okay, as long as it's not 0. If I write it here equal, so 0 will be there. But if I wrote, for example, 5, so we can imagine that you have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, but 5 will not be written here, because I know that someone is writing. I think I will finish very fast. I will go through this and then give time for questions. Okay, so yes, you can go through this. This is, we have if condition, if, while, if, and else, and if, and break. Anyway, so it's telling you the distance of a specific planet, and its temperature, and its distance, if it's habitated or not. When not habitated, you cannot live in it. So what will be the answer? It gives you, this is the name of stars, and this is its system, the system that you have it here. Okay, so what we have a function. So open. Okay. So if you have a function like this, and you would like to use it, so you can, this is equation that we have it. This is the parallax angle stars, and then I am calculating its distance in parsec, and then in the light here. And what I want is to write the distance stars in the light here. Okay, and then we have the distance to star 1, this one, star 1, star 1, and star 2 in light here. If I would like to have it in a different unit, we can put it and we can light it. So what's the benefit of the function? Okay, it just you have a lot of scripts, and you have 1 week, and I think you have a lot of work to do. So here I'm defining a function. I'm giving define for a specific function, because this function I don't want it to use here, for example, this equation. This is distance for star 1. This is distance for star 2. I need to have a function, and this is function that I can use it all the time. So here I define, this is calculating distance. It's this is the equations. Okay, so here you can find that I define the parallax for the star 1. And here, what I did, calculate distance for star 1 by using the parallax. It's parallax, okay? And here you have the other parallax for star 2. And I'm using the function calculate distance. So now you have, this is calculating distance. This is one calculating distance. Now it becomes a function that you can use. So you can define, if you have equations that you would like through all the data that you have it, you have 1000 name of stars, you have one parallax, 1000 parallax to the stars. So you cannot write it parallax star 1 and you can write the equation like 1. Because of this is the benefit to define a function. Okay, so I think I can have a questions. And you have a lot of homework to do it.
So I have a question here on defining a function, please.
Yes, of course.
It's clear that we defined a function named calculate distance, and
Yes.
it will take a variable named parallax angle in arcsec. So my question is, so by the time of naming the variables, like where we say the star 1 parallax equals to 0.77233. So the value that we passed into the function, it's not named the parallax angle arcsec. And I was thinking that maybe that variable, that variable that we passed into the function while naming it, while defining it, it's the one we will continuously calling. It's like we have parallax angle and arcsec. I thought that even in next lines, the variables that we be declaring will be called the parallax angle arcsec. The second question, because it's related to this also, it's return. So what is the significance of this return? What's if it's not there?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope that it will work, because always I prefer to try it rather than to give you the answer that it is. Okay, so here you can see it does not work. Okay, let me see. Maybe this time we will connect it. No, it will not be connected. Anyway, so here you can if we didn't write return. Okay, so let's me read the code. This is, we have defined the calculating distance. We have here, this is attributed that parallax angle to arcsecond. And then we wanted to be this one to be written in the light years. Okay, so I have defined all this one, the angle parallax. Okay, and this one I have supposed to define to have this one, the parallax of angle stars. It doesn't work. Anyway, okay. So here, what we have it at the first, that it will calculate it. This is in the parsec, and then it will be supposed to distance to return. So this is equation to the light year. So if I didn't put return, you will have an error. So you're supposed to try it because I cannot try it to you. It will not be connected to the Python. Okay. So but if you didn't write return, you will have an error. Sorry, what was your first question? If you didn't write return, it will not work. But what was the first question? Defining the parsecs?
Yeah, I think I got the first question. I got the first question. I got it.
Okay, clear. And the second question for return, it will not work because it's supposed to have here the distance in light here. This is what we want. We want to have start distance and we wanted to have it in the light here. So if we didn't return it, it will not work. And you have to try it and to find the errors. Okay. So anyone has another question?
Hello.
Yes.
And thank you for your wonderful presentation. I just want to make a request because the first presenter in the morning section, that is Professor Wayne, the slide or the PDF he used is the same thing as the one we downloaded online from the ebook. So I don't know if it's possible for us to get your PDF or your slide, or
Yes, of
because
course.
it's very understandable to read compared to the other ebook we downloaded online. I don't know if it's possible for us to get the
Yes,
PDF
yes,
or
of
the
course.
slide.
Yeah, I think I can make it as a PDF and I can yes, give it to Professor Daniel. I think this is where we send our materials. Yeah, I give it to him and he will upload it to you. Maybe it will send it by emails, but you will get it, of course. Yes, and if you have any questions related to how to download how to have Visual, for example, if you would like to download it and install it, Visual Studio Code, I can write my email to you, and of course, I don't recommend Anaconda anyway or Spider, but this is your options. But
All right. So I don't know. Okay, this is your email, right? So
yes, yeah.
all right, I will reach out to you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Why we didn't call it calculate distance function directly from inside the print? We have to use define at the beginning. This is, you would like to make print here? No, you have to use diff. This is how we will define, you give the variable to be a function. So if I put it inside a print, it will not be a function. It will be just a normal variables. So Sergey, I hope it's clear to you. I found your comments in the chat.
I'm afraid you didn't understand my question. The question is different. You call the function, you define the variable star1 distance, and then you call the function. So instead of defining the variable star1 distance, we can completely define and call the function in the next line, in the print line. This is my question.
Okay. So try to do sometimes if you would like to minimize the errors that you have you will use a print function and then you will define another function. So this is maybe will make you do more errors. But as I said, we have here in Python, we have a lot of options and you choose what you would like to do. But what I will not do this. If I would like to define a function, I will do it separately, not inside a print function. Okay, but this is your option. Did you, I think I answered your question, Sergey, right?
Yes, sure.
Of course.
Have another question, please.
Yes, of course.
Yes. In writing codes, there is where I've seen that we end the codes by writing the line break. What does it mean? So what is the significance of writing break at the end of the code like that? Thank you.
Did you use Fortran? Okay. Because if you use Fortran, at the beginning I was using Fortran and IGL. During my PhD, I was using this. If we have for the function for if I have to have end at the end statement, I have to write end. I have to write if end. So this is to give that your loops was ended. So here we have a break. I don't know where we have it. We're supposed to have it in a loop. Yes. Okay. So here you can see here we have a break. Okay. So if we have here I and I equal 0, and now I have I plus I equal I plus 1. Okay. So as long as this condition is implement, so you will see the result. Okay, but now you have this is 10, so it will stop. So you need to have something, sometimes you need to have to end your statement, to break your statement. Otherwise it will not work, it will not stop. So this is like you have if statement and then end. But here we don't have end, we have break. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. You can see here if break else. So I do write if else break. For in Fortran I can write if else end. So this is the difference. Because I want this one, the condition, to be satisfied. Okay. Does anyone have another question? So I can go through the chat. Yes.
I wanted to say something about the return.
About what?
What he asked about. What he asked about earlier, which is return. I just want to give an answer to it.
To what? Sorry, again. Yes.
I wanted to give an answer to what Simoti asked about the return, significance of return. Since we're defining a function, it depends on the type of function. The function that we're using there, we're expecting a value out from it. And because we're expecting a value out from it, it means after it is done, the necessary work, it is going to give us the necessary solution. That's why it is to return what it has done. But if it's a different kind of function, whereby we want just to change something from an integer to a string, those functions, they don't return, but they just do they just do a conditional, they just do a thing. So it just change, but then return function just do calculations and then give the output. And that's the reason why we ask, this is what we want from the function. After you're done with what you're doing, this is what we want. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you very much. So, is there someone else has another question?
Can I ask?
From where? Just to, I will answer this question, but I think they, yes, they answered to her because someone was asked from where you will get the assignment problem and where to submit it, and you can from LMS portal you can find you can submit it the assignment before the next session on Wednesday. Okay, so yes, please.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yes, okay. So you can go ahead and ask.
It was about the assignment, right?
Oh, so yeah, there is a in the website there is assignment, but it's different than the exercises that are in those sheets. So are we supposed to do both of them, or we only do the assignments in the LMS or something?
It depends on you. You can do this exercise, but you don't have to submit it. Okay.
Oh.
But this is like, and as I said from the beginning, you have to practice, you have to practice, you have to practice. But if you think that you got all of information that you needed, and you want only to do the assignment and submit it, yes, you can do it. So it depends on you, but you have to do assignment is not an optional. This is what I understood. But
Okay, thank you.
exercise are optionals.
Okay, thank you.
You are
We will
welcome.
do.
Thank you very much. So
Hello.
yes.
I was looking on the web page, like to how to submit the assignment, but in the first week, there is no clear kind of activities or the code that we need to submit. It's only an introduction that we can try to send like Colab. Is that is the assignment, or do we need to write some codes?
I think Mulubugu, I think this is the question, I mean, that you can answer on it, right?
Of course, of course.
Yes,
Maybe
because they
just a
are
bit of,
asking about the assignment, and I don't know the answers.
of course. Maybe just a bit of clarity, right? I think there are exercises that you could do in the GitHub, right? But we want you guys to practice and start coding as much as you can, right? So we've given you ample or enough exercise to get through, so that you're able to start working on these activities. And the more you work on them, the more you really nail down on the concepts, right? So the activities on the learning management system does not substitute the activities in the GitHub, right? So the priority, do the exercise in the GitHub, right? And then the ones on the learning management platform are only there to help you make sure that you understand the concepts that were given during that week, right? So we would love to, for you, if you can, do all of them. If not, at least get to the ones in the GitHub, right? Because what you'll find is that the exercises that are on the learning management platform are much simpler than the ones in the GitHub, right? So you can start there and then build your way up as you go, right? But remember, I mean, we've given you a week, I guess, to do the ones in the learning management platform. So yeah, they're just there for you to practice.
Yeah, but in the GitHub, like I was looking in the GitHub, there are sorry for interrupting. Like in the week one, there are 9 Jupyter notebooks.
Yes.
So in these 9 Jupyter notebooks, is there any like because I didn't see the assignment, like because I was expecting the questions, then we are trying to answer or write a code to show the results of the assignment.
For now, on the learning management platform, you wouldn't have to write any code, right? So we want you to make sure that you're good on your setup, and you have access to all the activities, right? So you wouldn't be writing any code on the learning management platform, but the exercises on the GitHub would then expect you to be coding, right? I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
So for this week, right? So get through the week 1 as well as week 2. That was covered in this week's lessons. But I can send an email tomorrow clarifying all of those.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Sorry, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
ahead.
thank you very much. I have downloaded the files in my system. Like I have those files in my system. So, and I have Anaconda. I could easily work with Anaconda on those files, like on my system. Then if I'm working on Colab, the challenges I'm having is if I should work with my system, like locally work using Jupyter in the Anaconda, will I be able to upload? How will I show proof I've done this work, like those exercises? How will I show proof I've done it? Or is there like, because I've been asking how do I, or is there like an online platform where I have to be doing it? And then you could easily, I could copy the link and paste somewhere, and then you could easily see what I'm doing. So the challenge is, how do I show you what I've done? Since I'm much comfortable with doing it with my system, with my laptop locally.
I don't know, Daniel. Do you wanna go for this, or should I answer?
Yes, of course.
So
Yes, I think.
just a good one, a good question. So I think just Lebo confirm with me. Is there a link in the LMS to submit assign like
Yes.
like just like how we did the other one? So in that case, what you can do is if you do the assignments or the task on your local machine, make sure you save the Jupyter notebook. And then after doing that, you should upload it to Colab and send the Colab link. Just add the Colab link there. And what it happens is that anybody who clicks the Colab link, open it, they will see that the tasks have been done because it basically will display your results and answers.
Okay. Thank you.
Any assignment that we do, we have to upload that on LMS. We have to upload the file. So I don't think there needs to be any confusion about showing the assignments. LMS has a proper figure there where we need to upload the things that we do. Whether that you do it locally on your own computer or on Colab, either way you have to upload the file and the LMS. You have got an option there. For the 1 week assignment, we have the option there as well.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I want to ask a question. Can I go on?
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this debate that has been going on the Discord app, and some of our colleagues were saying, is it possible for us to like kind of have a project that for a possible publication? I don't know if it's possible for us to make a publication at the end of this course. That will help to build many of us like our portfolio in terms of publication also. I don't know.
Good idea. But publication, if you mean writing about your project, that's reasonable, but not like publication in terms of paper publication. This is a beginner course, and what you can do is to start thinking of the ideas you want to work on, the data you want to analyze, right? In the next few weeks, we'll get to hands-on in terms of astronomy data sets. So you'll see a couple of places where you can pick astronomy data. Then you have to think of the kind of problem that you want to work on in astronomy or closely related field. And then in that case, you will, we already have in the GitHub repo, there's already an information there on data projects, how to go about projects and what to look out for in a project. Yeah, so I think yes, I'm going to share this link now to give you an idea, but I think we'll have to do additional follow-up later on, but this, let me do that now. I just shared a link. The link will give you an idea and then how you need to structure your project. And you can also, when you finish that, you can also publish it yourself, write a blog about it down LinkedIn. Last year we had a couple of people who were doing that. So you can also tell a story as you are taking the course, you can also, for each week, you can also make a summary of discuss what you've learned. That is learning in public for each of the topics that you're learning. And then it's also hands-on. If you have the capacity to try out a few things beyond the resources in the tutorial notebook, then yeah, just do that and share your results. Yeah, so that's the best way to demonstrate that you are doing something or have gone through this course, and the capstone project is what I was able to do after going through this training. So just have it at the back of your mind. I believe that link I shared now is a good start. You can continue with it later. If you have questions, you can also ask further questions. But that will be in the chat, not here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. And one more thing, regarding her slide, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's a slide or PDF for us to get, because our material is well understandable, like compared to the ebook we downloaded. So it would be nice to get some material for easy understanding.
So the materials already at the GitHub link. They are in the GitHub. So, okay, maybe let me just do a quick demo. So I see a couple of people are still having issues with this just a moment. A GitHub link has been shared, and I believe we shared the GitHub link. For each week, we have resources in the GitHub. And let me see, this should allow me. Well, let's see if this works. Okay, now we'll have to do next step. Yeah, goodness. So hold on. Let's sharing this. No. Who's that? Yeah, so if you go to the GitHub link, even with the link, go to the GitHub repo, you're going to see things like week 1, week 2. So in this week 1, you can see all the notebooks that the instructor just shared, this demonstrated. All of them are here. If you click any one of them, this is the one, O2 variables.ipynb. You can access them. Everything is here. You can download it to your PC. You can also choose to open it in Google Colab. You'll see this thing here, open in Colab. If you click on it, it opens for you in Colab. And then here you can practice. So there were a couple of instructions, even for cases where data is required, on how to navigate so that you can still run it on here. So Colab, you don't have to install anything. It's not running on your PC. The only thing you need to make sure you have is that you have access to it. You are connected to the internet. And then with it, you can run. And it will automatically save on your, you can also choose to save it in your, what's it called again? In your Drive. For example, if you click File, save a copy in Drive, you can choose to save this copy in your Drive. Automatically, it saves in your Google Drive Colab folder. Yeah, and then you're good to go. So if you make any changes, you can also click Save, and it saves automatically, right? So just so you know. Yeah, so that's the most important thing. But then if you run it on your PC locally, beautiful. It's also very nice. You have them on your PC. Maybe we might also share resources on how to navigate through GitHub for you can also fork the repo, make changes yourself, and push them to your own repo. Yeah, and there are a couple of ways by which you can navigate this. So I guess that answers the question.
Thank you. But I don't know if you get my question. What I meant is her own slide, the one she used this evening for the teaching. is different from the one, like this very one you're showing us now. So I don't know if it's possible for us to get
I'm not
our
getting
own,
you. What? Hold on. I'm not getting you. Said, what do you mean her own slide is different from what I'm showing you?
like our own PDF, the one she used in doing her own presentation is
Oh, you mean
different
the
from
normal
this one.
slide itself, the initial presentation before going to the notebook?
Yes, yes, the one she used for our own presentation. So it's different from this one.
So no, this is the same notebook that she was using for practice. This is the same notebook where she was running and then was seeing results. It's the same thing.
Yes, at the beginning, I gave an presentation by PowerPoint. I think this is what he
So
was
yeah, if you're
talking
referring
about.
to the PowerPoint, I think Shaima, maybe you can send the PowerPoint
Of
to
course,
them.
yes.
Yeah, but every other thing, the hands-on itself is the notebook, and everything is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the PowerPoint, yes.
Yeah, of course she will send the.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
So I think we will go through the end of it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think
sorry,
we
sir.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. So the most important thing, yes, while you follow the classes, is to take time during the week to go through those materials, practice. That's the most important thing. Try to make it as simple as possible. There's plenty of text, there's plenty of examples, there's plenty of also exercises that you can follow on to continue from the original example provided. So that is the only way you're going to learn this. This is purely hands-on. Yes, the initial presentation is just like to give you an idea of what you are going to do in the hands-on. So please take your time. That's the only thing I would say. Take your time. For example, in week 1, you have 9 notebooks. So you have to take your time to read through these notebooks and understand them. Practice, that's all.
Yes, they have to practice and practice and practice. Yes,
Yes, of course.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it for today.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I have a
so,
doubt. Can I ask now?
oh yes, go ahead.
Yeah, the notebooks that you have shared with the GitHub repository have exercises with them, right?
Yes.
And so for the week 1 assignment on the LMS portal, should I attach those exercises, or is that just for practice?
Come again, I didn't get you.
So the exercises, are they just for practice, or should I need to attach them somewhere so that they will be graded for the assignment?
Yeah, so I think for the LMS, the questions are there, and you will have to compare. But the initial exercises in the notebook is for your own personal practice, right? They are tailored similar to your.
Yeah, the exercise in the LMS for the first week is very basic. So I wanted to know if I should attach the answers to the exercises of the notebooks in that too.
Yeah, I think I would say you should make your own notebook and then attach the exercises there, put the link. In that case, I'm not so sure.
It's not obligatory, but
Yeah,
you have to
so-
do it. This is what I understood.
So, yeah, the thing is, please, I think what I want to hear from you is you're able to do these exercises yourself first, right? To understand the context. Then for the LMS exercises, you will have the questions there and you can also answer them. But the initial exercises we're giving here is for your own personal practice, because it's quite numerous. For each week, you might get, in some cases, you might get up to at least a minimum of 2, in some cases 4 notebooks. And each of them have different exercises. The exercises is mostly for you to understand it first. So I think we'll continue in the communication channel for every other question that is to. You can see it's very late where Sherman is, and for so many other people. So we need to end it now. And other questions will be answered in the community tool, the communication tool. So thank you very much, Shama and Syed, for the wonderful presentation and hands-on. I will continue in the communication channel, and then hopefully we'll catch up with you again next week. Please, I will appeal to you to maybe share the presentation itself for them to also consult.
Yeah, I will try to make it a PDF and send it to you now.
No, it's fine.
So
Yeah,
you
even
have it.
if you want to
Yes.
just take your time, even if
Yes.
you can make it now, if it's ready tomorrow, we'll send it to them. But the most important thing is the hands-on, and
Thank you.
this is where they need to start. Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
very much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
Do have a
Good
good
night.
Good night.
evening.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
And good night.
Sure.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
Bye.